Check, check. Quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz. Happy 420.
Jack, welcome to Laz's favorite holiday. I'm surprised there is not that he is visible because there should be a cloud.
Big cloud of
all
smoke.
the way around him. Yes. But welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because they definitely need to be questioned.
Indeed, absolutely. Torque with the host. Thank you, Torque.
Welcome. Yeah, so
welcome all the German folks out there who might have been watching.
We have lots of things to talk about.
Oh, we have all sorts of interesting stuff to talk about, including some really interesting changes that'll make quite a few people happy, and another controversial change that, again, well, we'll get to that in a moment too. But drop the one clip there. Let's get to this one clip real quick.
Okay. Is this? Hold on. I need to click on it because I closed all those tabs yesterday.
Well, you're gonna have to go to those, but get the new one that I just dropped there.
Okay. So that is ready and queued up for play in 3, 2, 1, start.
On that version, I see something here that makes me, again, sad that we haven't talked more about this. I'm trying to think if there's what we can do for it. But yeah, every year I think this comes up. Sean Butts brought it up this time as pot upgrade sale on 420. Yeah, we don't do a 420 sale. We've got pots and we joke about it internally, but I'll see what we can do. I'm not sure what we can do. Maybe we can do some like pot housing sale or something. Pot deeds. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the upgrade internal stuff because I think that may be a code on the server type thing. I'm not sure, but I'll see if we can do something, Sean.
There's a couple other pod questions since you brought it up. Lord J.J. Oliver says, can the deed upgrades be rebalanced? Upgrading Pot Town lot to Pot City lot. I believe it's the same.
Yeah. Let's see. Have not seen mention of it yet, so I'm gonna guess that that's a no-go. But
no.
You know, Chris seems so sad that they don't do a 420 sale, which just gives me a nice little chuckle. Again, we had a chance to do speed weed and include that in, make a wizard weed type thing, something you could stuff in those pipes that we have. We have all these fancy pipes that we can make and buy and smoke from, but nothing to stuff them with. Hello. Nothing to stuff them with.
Yeah, you don't need to stuff them.
Stuff it.
Yeah.
Stuff it.
But so let's go over to the Tweeterverse.
Out to the Tweetiverse because we do have some updates. And where are we going? We're gonna go to.
I don't. So the 19th. I don't know if you
17th.
We're going all the way to the 17th.
Yeah, because top one on the 17th. I did thank Shaner Niner, and that's where we got stopped yesterday. When everybody decided they wanted to play some marbles. And of course, don't forget, you guys have control. You guys can change the programming at any point you want by donating. Yes, that's right.
So we're seeing more cicada errors over the last 3 days. This means that a necessary port is blocked. The sudden spike makes me think a Windows antivirus software patch added a needed port to its block list. So you can see the ports needed here.
Yes. Lots of crazy stuff happening like that. So if you're getting those errors, maybe it's because there's a resurgence of them. Aren't we on the 17.5-year cycle? Isn't that this year?
Something cicadas are out. Yeah.
But good news,
but around here, but not tons.
Good news, but bad news because it's not what we asked for. And of course,
because just upped the number of items per player on public vendors from 10 to 50 at player requests.
And now if you open that, you're going to get the answer of what we actually asked for.
What?
Replies.
Let's see. I'm looking at the replies right now because Lily stepped on my mouse as she was walking across the desk.
Lily making her cameo.
If a public vendors have a max item limit of 200 like player vendors, you should also up that limit so one player isn't monopolizing a public vendor.
Yes. The request was
reduced to 10 before.
The request was to up the player count limit due to the food. You would only be able to add 2 of each food item to a vendor and still not have enough room to add all the food items or for a food seller. So 200 was asked to be upped, not make it 50 on the public vendor, because the reason why it was reduced to 10
was 200 max, which means 4 people can add shit to a public vendor now.
Or you and I can just go do it ourselves with our alts, because we can just go max out a public vendor if we wanted to take control of it. But good thoughts.
Is one of my
good thoughts, but one of those things that you got to look at causality. Go ahead. What do you got? Got to go take care of a coworker.
Work calling coming. I will let you talk about the deco palette.
Yes,
and then weird things. So.
But at player request, just added open deco palette to the list of key bindings so you can assign a key to it. Any other big items that annoy you that we don't have key bindings for? And we've had some chat for that also. Deco palette's one of those, I don't really, don't use it that often. And I'm just going to jump over here real quick. Hello. There it is. I don't see it tough just going up there when you want to get to the deco palette and open it as to having a hotkey. I guess just, it would be nice, but, there was a question, did we get a hotkey for binding for dismount? I feel like I looked for it recently and didn't see it, and Atos comes back and says, yes, we got there. Yeah, there is a hotkey for titles, isn't there? I thought I always no, there's not. You're absolutely right. I don't think there's a hotkey for titles either. Let's see, titles. Keypad, yeah, keypad minus. I thought so. I accidentally hit them, which is another topic we'll get onto here in just a moment. But something that comes up in universe chat is the tooltips inventory, which again I'm very guilty of. If you have your inventory up, and we'll bring that up over here, and you're hovering over it, that comma will turn on and off those tooltips. And I am very bad at actually hitting the comma and turning them on when I don't want them and off when I want them. There are times, like when I'm stocking vendors, that I really don't need the tooltips coming up. Other times when I'm shopping, I want them to come up so I can see the differences. So that is now off by default, according to Chris. So update there. He removed the default binding list. New players won't have this key bound. So new players will not find themselves accidentally turning off those tooltips, and they will have to actually go in and turn on that hotkey is the word I'm looking for. Turn that hotkey on in order to take advantage of it. I know, Bridge Troll. I like the idea that that's going to happen for new people. This way, they don't get burned by it, and they don't go, "I didn't know we had it." Utility bar slots. Cora wants to be able to remap those, which is an interesting idea. And then Necronut and Vesper Soda want 12 more deck hotkeys added. How you would fit those in, and I guess again, if anything and everything was mappable all across the board, which I don't know why they just didn't do that. Many games do that right off the bat. They allow you to just remap anywhere you want without having to do, or buy a fancy keyboard to do stuff like that that'll reroute stuff for you. Why aren't those conversations in the wish list forums? Yeah, I don't know why none of these conversations aren't anywhere on the forums, because I believe that's where all this information truthfully should be, because that's where the majority of our players are registered to get their news from. Not on Twitter, but this is the only source of news that we do get on the daily these days. So it is what it is. That's what are we going to do about that? But anyway, Open Deco Palette is now there. Saw some chatter 5 hours ago on a 10-minute game login outage about 5:30 a.m. There was some connectivity issues between the servers and AWS servers used for auth to be GDPR approved. Our auth servers live in Ireland, not in the US. We've seen this routing issue blips before, and they always stress me out. Interesting. Why are the servers in Ireland? Couldn't you get servers here? Are Ireland servers cheaper? Why are we pinging halfway around the world? Don't know.
Okay, where are we at?
We were just talking about the 10-minute game login outage this morning at 5:30.
Oh,
Sentinel says he's on plenty of social media sites and he doesn't need another one. He doesn't use Twitter. And that is my point, Sentinel. Many, many, many of our player base, while they are gamers, may not be heavy social media people. And if they are, they limit it to Facebook. Most of our player base, with the exclusion of maybe Jack over there and myself, don't use the Instagrams, the TikToks, the all the other ones that are available out there, the Twitters, the OnlyFans.
Oh, I have an OnlyFans account.
Snapchat, and all those other, all those other platforms. And again, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Twitter, I found, is really great because Twitter is used for a lot of other things, and just a quick way to get messages out to people if that's your medium. But
Yeah, but
again,
I mean, it's like we have official
we have an
communication
official
channels.
website. We have an official forums.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as far as the
Latex Jack.
what?
Bridge Troll. Onlyfans.com/latex Jack.
No, it's Citizist. Get it right there, Bridge Troll. And I don't know why I have followers. But but the funny thing is, like, as far as being official, hey, on the front page of Shroud of the Avatar, it does like now include those tweets from Chris. But still not official.
I haven't checked the actual official Shroud of the Avatar Twitter.
No. I'm talking about the Shroud of the Avatar page on the right-hand column.
It has has the Twitter feed on it now. Yeah, I do that with the newspaper.
But at the same time, it's got I think Shroud of the Avatar and also Catnip Games. But no one can still answer the question, who owns Shroud of the Avatar? But yes, viewing the lot list will no longer require talking to the town crier. It will now be a bindable key usable from anywhere. You could already keep the list open while you traveled around town and seems stupid to require a trip to the crier if you accidentally closed it.
Yay.
Yes.
Another nice QOL update. And of course, my favorite.
The just changed the POT message of the day timer so it lasts 1 year. Currently, it would vanish after 7 days.
That's right. And expand that because we got another QOL update while we were at it.
Oh. So 5 hours ago. Wait. I clicked on it. Message of the day timer. Previously, when you set a player-owned town or guild message of the day, it would stop after 1 week. Now it will last longer. Thank you. Can you do the same with guilds? Done.
That's right. So now, if you have a guild and you've been tired or you just didn't use it because you were just too lazy to post it every 7 days, same with your towns, it's now set for 1 year. So absolutely happy to hear that because, yes, I am a POT owner. Yes, I would like to have a welcome message out there. And no, I do not go out to my town daily nor weekly, sometimes not even monthly, because sometimes I just have no need to go out there. And
Buzzkill, who's loud?
Buzzkill.
Yeah.
Morning. I'm guessing you because I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I blame Lily for messing with my microphone. Oh,
your call.
What did I leave my microphone open for that call?
I didn't hear you. You might have muted Discord, but maybe you had open mic on your stream.
I muted my microphone.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought I did.
I don't know.
If you didn't hear me, then I did.
But yes, Z of Silverdale, that is awesome and excellent quality of life updates out there coming for you guys and gals. And again, I was one of them people who I just, it wasn't worth my effort to run out every week and try and keep a message of the day update. I really don't need one for the guild, but I would do one just for shits and giggles for Jack and I, and just yeah.
Hey man, I sold my POTs a long time ago, so I don't have to worry about any of that.
How many people do we actually have in this guild? I think 5.
How many active people in this guild?
6 people.
Oh.
Me, you, one of my alts, M60, Pete the Noob, and Wayne Klotz. Wayne Klotz, roaming reporter.
He winks a lot.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Completed. Okay, view list.
Let's get over to the green room because I have to queue up. What do we have here?
Okay.
Z's got some updates for us. Let's see what we've got here. Z, I'm going to copy and paste this to Jack so he can see what we have, and we'll see. Yes.
You're going to copy and paste something to me?
To you. This comes from Z.
Oh. Yes.
Bridge Troll!
Yes,
300 bits for getting through the news.
You missed the tweet. Oh, there you sent it. You want me to read this out?
Yeah, I guess so. So let's go ahead. I don't know. I guess we could just put it up there for people to follow along with.
Updated info for release 89. Salvage of epics. Net 100% to get a gem. This new gem of some sort, which can be used in crafting. Updated info for release 89. All newly crafted gear will have higher durability like that of exceptional. Updated info for release 89. Artifacts already in the game will not get durability increase, only new versions of the artifacts. Old artifacts can be salvaged first time to get a new low durability version of the new artifacts. On second salvage, we'll get essences and possible other loot. So, epic 100% chance to get a component, likely a gem, 50% for legendary, 12.5% for rare, etc. When the changes are in, if you want to upgrade those to an epic, salvage them first to receive the low durability new legendary version. Then it will work alongside the regular new legendary versions of upgrading to epic.
Very interesting. And where did you come across this, if we may ask, Z?
That is probably from Discord, the way that it was done.
Let's see if he answers there. I'm sure he will.
Yeah,
and Bridge Troll for his 300 bits. Dev Conversations. Oh, interesting.
Oh, Dev Conversations. Yeah.
He's got himself a copy of SimCity 4 Deluxe Edition, which is $19.99 on Steam. Thank you, Bridge Troll.
So it's making all of the old artifacts worthless things, pretty much. Because the best gear in the game is player created.
Player created. That's right. Player made.
Artifacts. Whoops.
Nice. He can drown Sims now.
Yeah. Yeah. Not really. Yes, that's correct. But you ready to go over some videos from Friday?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to scroll on over there, and let's get these queued up. And I need their headers.
Well, I'm just going to go by the title that we actually have.
Killed by players. What monsters are actually doing?
That's by NPC.
That's not where I would have started, but yeah.
Okay, well, where would you have started?
Killed by players. What monsters are actually doing?
The page is loaded.
And to people who are out here, I think.
I don't know why I got commercial here, so let me get through that.
I would have gone to the one that was my question. Yeah.
Oh, we can do that. Hold on, let me just get through this stupid commercial.
So much to snackify.
I've got the one loaded.
I hope these don't all do this to me. So we're going to Gloom and Gold, the last one?
No, we're on Deaths by NPC.
Oh, okay. So we're already doing that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get that queued up.
Okay. And it looks like elven archers are destroying everybody.
Yeah, well, is
Okay.
count
Are
us
you
in.
ready? 3, 2, 1, start.
Is a 1 week snapshot. This probably will surprise no one that elven archers are tops on the list. The second guy on the list there, in case you're scratching your head about what that is one of the creatures from Spindleskog. So I've got some other metrics I can throw out there, but I've been watching very closely. I left the attenuation turned up so I could try and track to see where people are attenuating the fastest, so I could work on some balance for those scenes. But the scene where people balance or attenuate the fastest, get to the max experience they're allowed to get in a certain time period, the fastest is in Spindleskog on Extreme. So that one needs some balance, but that's one of the creatures that's in there, and it actually does quite a few people die in that scene, so there is at least some risk involved with it. But these are the total kills by creatures in the game over the past week. Alright, next up, I think I got one more, and then we can get it in talking some other stuff. These are the scenes where players die. So, the number one times spent in scenes is Superstition Canyon. I'm sure that will surprise no one. So I was actually pleased to see the number one experience scene is Spindleskog. I was actually pleased to see that is also the number one scene for getting killed. These are player deaths in scenes. So number one playtime is Superstition Canyon. Spindleskog, though, is the number one on deaths. Tartarus is up there as well. But then the rest of these, some of them were a little surprising. Gloom was one of the ones that I did not realize was a pretty high experience scene. But if you haven't been to Gloom, apparently some players have found some way to make some big experience points in there. So I'm going to be checking that one out. But anyways, alright, that's enough stalling stuff. Let's get to some questions.
Gloom. Where the hell is Gloom? I never heard of Gloom. When did we introduce Gloom?
It's Merker.
What?
What's that, Mom?
It's Merker or Mirker. Apparently that's what it's called on the dev side.
Oh, so they call it something totally different than what it's actually named on the dev side?
Yep. They probably programmed it and then decided to change the name, and it was easier to just leave it as is on their end.
Okay. Very interesting. First time I've even heard that mentioned. Tina says, is it Shroud of the Archer? Well, I have a problem with some of these metrics, and I don't know if we should go into some other ones first or talk about this one. I think we should do the other one first on the which I think we just covered the deaths by scene, but I want to play it just in case it may be a repeat.
Yeah, we did.
All right, next
they
up,
bled
I think I got
into
one more,
straight
and then
into
we
one.
get it talking.
Yeah, that was a repeat, so I'm not going to play that one.
Yeah,
was,
and
pretty high
we just have
scene,
to click continue on that one to continue the rest of that, which is the third one, where we're talking about gold.
Yeah, too late, so I just got to go to gold.
Oh, huh? Oh,
But
yeah.
I've got that one here, so let's go to that one.
Okay, because then we can talk about Shroud math. Okay, so are we ready for
As ready as we're gonna be.
Okay, I gotta rewind this back to 46. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, play.
You haven't been to Gloom. Apparently some players have found some way to make some big experience points in there. So I'm going to be checking that one out. But anyways, alright, that's enough stalling stuff. Let's get to some questions. I also had someone who was asking about economy stuff. And that one's a little bit tougher to answer. I can tell you the ongoing average rough rate, and it varies quite a bit, honestly. Like when Well of Alger came out, the economy changed somewhat because it was actually generating a fair amount of gold, which is something we may look at. I think we're probably just going to leave it there because it's not like 2 times or 3 times other scenes. It is a pretty high amount, but it's also one of those things not everybody can do it. It's a pretty challenging scene. But the total amount of gold that goes into the game per day is about, from all sources, is about 9 million. The total amount that went out, and this is, again, I was looking over the past month, and this has shifted, but the total amount that went out was about 7.2 million. So that is a net positive gold, obviously, going in. I think some people think that a net of 0 is what you want for an economy, but that's really not what you want. I think we do.
Okay.
So on average, we're making $9 million a day. The next statement is, I went back for the entire month, and we're removing 7.2 million.
Bringing in 9 million a day, sending out 7 million a month.
And
that is what he said, right? Now, just making sure I heard that right.
That is exactly correct. If you actually go pay attention to my tweet to Chris, I did ask him for clarification on that. But did he reply?
I'm looking. I know I saw it yesterday, but tweets and replies, I don't see it there.
Yeah. Here. Tweets from Jack. And then where is it? Where is my tweet? It's there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere where it should be.
Hold on. Tweets and replies on my own channel. Let's see. 21 hours ago, Chris, on Friday you said that the average is about 9 million gold created a day, but 7.2 million removed over the month. Is that accurate? Or did you mean to say that 2 million net a day and not 260 million created per month? And what's the biggest gold sink?
Things that make you go,
So
yeah, so questionable whether that was actually a Freudian slip or whether he actually pulled the wrong
averaged
metric.
out the entire month to say 7.2 million a day. But if 9 million is created a day, that's a lot of gold.
It is.
But let's go back to the video, because then we can continue to scratch our heads a little bit. So you ready to resume?
And yes. Now. I don't know if we need much more than that, but we will resume.
We do have a little more inflation than we want. We do continue to watch it, and that's one of those things that we have as kind of the gold standard, is how much crowns are going for in game. So that's one that I watch. That has continually climbed slightly. It's up in the 260 gold per crown is kind of the mean price right now. And that, again, is important because that shows the actual perception of the economy to the players, because that is tied to a real thing. We know crowns are worth money, and then we can figure out what players think the gold economy is at the time. So anyways, so those are some things. And the reason I mentioned you don't really want to have a 0 net.
Yeah.
Okay. So notice I didn't say that we want actually 0 gold and I wanted balance. Like, I want to get it to where
with those numbers.
With those numbers and the number of players that we have, that can be seriously out of whack. Because I'm running around with about 1 million in my bag. You're running around probably with like 15, 20 million in your bag. I have no idea.
4.5 right now, 5 million.
Okay, 4.5. Yeah.
4.7.
But mine's I've got like 700K right now, but mine's all invested in scrolls. I don't do shit else. But you end up with Laz bought it from shroudmarketplace.com. Oh, don't. Shroudmarketplace.com. But It's one where is the in-game economy directly related to Kodos?
No. First off, no. And again, I didn't get to find that other comment. That I know he made it, where he said something that Kodos are selling for around 160, but 260. Maybe that's what it was. It threw me off. I don't know, but 260. I don't think I've ever seen anybody. I believe the mean price right now is about 220, 223, maybe 225. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I can run down the street to Phil's Kodo Exchange and see what the going price is there.
Mm-hmm. But
and Phil's got stuff everywhere, even though his name's not Phil. I don't know why he uses Phil's Kodo Exchange.
maybe 265 is Phil's, according to Buzzkill.
Is it?
And
really?
Bridge Troll sees 260s in chat in Universe or the trade channel. But
okay, I'm gonna say Kodos... it one more time for you folks. Okay, if you pay rent with Kodos are worth 60 gold. Where's the ad credits? There we go. A Kodo is equal to 60 gold. It's right there in front of you. So I don't know why you all would pay 260. Talk about inflation. But in game, the Kodo is only worth 60 gold. Period. Yep. End of story. There it is, right in front of you, in yellow and white.
Yeah, and remember, realistically, the only thing that Kodos are good for is purchasing things from the Crown Shop. That's it. I mean, you can also repair items with it and things like that, but if you're doing that, you're obviously
no. See, I buy them at 50 gold, and believe it, I get it, but I ain't paying. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I do because I need really bulk, and I got to pay whatever the going price is. But more times than not, I'll buy them where? ShroudMarketplace.com, because they're cheap.
That's right. But you can update a dungeon with Kodos as well. But essentially, that's just a Kodos shop purchase. Those upgrades, it's not one where you're really doing anything else. It's not tied to the in-game economy.
And Mom, while you can do that for pots, you can't do it in the game. We're talking about directly in the game, stuff that you can do without contacting a developer. You can go to your dungeon, throw Kodos at your dungeon all day long, and make that dungeon bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You don't have to have any outside interference.
Yeah. And upgrading pots, you have to actually, there's no in-game method to do that. You have to message Chris separately, and he'll agree to do something based off of the number of Kodos. But is a Kodo actually related to the in-game economy?
Well, on average, 4,000 Kodos drop daily in-game, Chris has said. So do you consider that part of the economy? Yeah, I don't, because to me it's all gold. The Kodos are for premium items, basically. Store items. So I don't know. But in a way, it's an item you can sell on a vendor. So it is exchanging gold, and so. While it is part of it, I don't think it directly affects it. Is that a better way to put it? I mean, Kodo sales apparently are brisk, that they're now getting 260 and 265 when just a month ago they were, 220 and 223.
Someone wanted to buy something off the asset store. But I mean, it's like, I don't equate Kodos with the in-game economy. That's more out-of-game bonus things.
Now, if Kodos were outselling Black Pearl, maybe I would agree to that. But that also isn't taking any gold out of the economy. That's just switching hands between, say, me and Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't take it out of
that's
your
why it's
economy.
like I wanted to know what the biggest gold sink was. What is actually used to remove gold from the
Black
game?
Pearl.
Black Pearl,
Black Pearl.
and then seeds. But yeah, and why
Seeds. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know. The way things are, I think, well, you buy seed in order to generate a resource that you then sell for profit. Doesn't seem like, you're just taking that off the bottom line. I don't see that as a gold sink. Gold sink is rent. You pay rent and it disappears. It's gone forever. You're not making anything off of that.
Yeah.
That purchase. You see where I'm going with that? Is you buy seeds, you make something out of it, and you sell it for a profit. That's just the cost of doing business. That's not a
You're
gold sink.
converting it. Well, that would mean Black Pearl's not a gold sink either, and the only gold sink would be rent.
Yeah, I guess in reality, true.
But so to me, a gold sink is any item that removes gold from a player's hand
and makes it disappear from game.
Makes it disappear from the game. So it doesn't go from player to player. It goes from player to NPC and gone. So for me, once it's gone, it's gone. Not Laz's definition, which is more ephemeral. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, the way I see it. It's gone for the time being, but then you make something out of it and you sell it for profit and you create more gold.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving right along. What else we got out there? We got, I believe, one more topic to hit on that. And Z says his source information is coming from a chat with Algarian. But that's where that other updated infos come from, which is cool. Yeah. And don't forget, we will be seeing next release coming up in just a little over a week, a week and 2 days from now. But you'll see some of those new items and new stuff being updated. So we'll see if we're still on a tick or whether we're on a talk. I understand that we're supposed to see some new scenes coming up this new next release here. Lockdown is in 2 days.
The third tick release in a row.
Again, it's hard to say.
Tick tock, but tick 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 tick. Yeah, we got something. I don't know. It's supposed to be a tick release. Last month was supposed to be a talk release, but yeah,
we're ticked.
Yes, as Tina says, it's a Tiok release.
Tiok release. Yeah. There you go.
Yes. Tiok. Well, maybe the talk is huge.
I want to jump back to the player deaths by scene. He talked about player deaths by NPC. Now, do you think that it has something to do with that's where players actually congregate the most to get their experience, so hence they're fighting those archers more, hence there's more archer deaths than anywhere else, and not that it's out of balance, it's just that that's where people go, and that's where people die. Okay.
So I just reloaded it up so that way we can get that chart up there. And look at the fact that elven archers have killed like twice as many as the creature that's in Spindleskog. That doesn't have a name.
Yeah, comment that we passed up there was from Z also, Silverdale. He says, that explains a lot. I spent a day looking for gloom. Yeah, when you mention things like that out in public and then players hear it like I did, and I says, where the hell is gloom? I'm going to have to go find this place and have it on my marked list. Yeah, you'd spend all day looking for it because it's a non-existent scene because they're calling it something else, which should never ever happen. But
Well, you're in the chicken room right now.
I wish.
Well, I named it the chicken room.
Yeah, I'm in the chicken room right now. There you go.
It's kind of like Cooper's Pass. You named that and then told a bunch of other people to call it that.
Hey, we actually had it on Soda Map for a little while.
Well, that's because you told Jacob White to call
That's
it
right.
that.
Well,
and then he did it, and then they're
no.
like, nope, that's not canon name. And
100 bits.
But yeah.
Well, actually, hold on here. Let's bring this up. The BMC ring, I believe, actually makes it official by calling it. Let's do this.
Oh
and
yeah.
And officially making it canon and calling it Cooper's Pass. So we got it in there. I'll tell you what, I got it in there.
That was
the
all
excavation of Cooper's Pass. That's right. Well,
the only problem is it doesn't identify where Cooper's Pass is, though. So yeah.
Well, if you know where the troll bridge is, you know where Cooper's Pass is.
It's just a random troll.
Actually, I had to prod Zeke to make sure he included that in to get it in there. But yes, happy we got it in there. Buzzkill, no, I don't have an epic anything because I'm just too lazy and I really don't see the need for it for what I do. I'm not a tank by any means. I've never aspired to be the tank. I am Leroy Lazarus. I've got no problem running in there and being the first to die and being the fodder to draw the attention away so people can do stuff. But I got no problem dying. You know.
What?
Leroy Lazarus.
It doesn't name the same as it even is called on the map, so I had to double check it. Yeah, it's because Cooper's Pass is not a official location other than on the ring.
Yes, well, let's bring this up real quick because I have the map over here. I'm going to throw this up in the window just so people can see it. But this is a place that was what we originally believed to be an exploit when the world was created. And if you know anything about the world, when it was created, there were control points that you had to pass through. And the reason why Black Rock Cove was situated right where it is because we found that Black Rock Cove had a straight direct run via roads all the way up to central Brittany without having to go through a control point first. And second, there was this little gap right here that allowed you to walk through.
And originally that wasn't there. It was not there. It wasn't there originally. It was added in. When they repainted the overworld, that's when it was added in.
Okay, well, it was in-game. It was a way to get through. Maybe it wasn't on the map, but it was in-game, and there was a pass that you could go through right here that allowed you to get all the way over to Adoris without going through the control point right here. So,
and Bridge Troll would like to know that the new name is Bridge Trolls Pass.
But
because it's
one point. I may have a screenshot or two someplace back in my archives, but there was an actual name right here on the map that said Cooper's Pass. And actually, they should put the troll bridge in, but this is Soda Map, so I don't think we're going to see any updates on this map ever again.
Well, and that troll is technically a random encounter.
No, it's actually a scene now. They changed that. It's been so long since you've been out there. The troll bridge is actually a scene that you got to go out to, and you actually enter in, so you're not waiting for the troll to spawn.
That spawns on the world map is still a random encounter.
It doesn't.
So
doesn't
there's
spawn
actually
on the world map anymore. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a scene now. They took out the troll on the overworld map, and they put a scene in. Yes, there is an actual scene there now.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a long ass time since I
I
got
know
my
that.
since I got my ring. Then after that, fuck that place.
Now,
Yeah.
of course, that made things a little bit more difficult because you actually had to wait for a scene reset once you finished it instead of exiting out the experience and just getting the next random encounter that came up and starting over, which sort of annoyed me because, I could do those encounters pretty quickly over and over and over. I really wish they would have just left it alone and just made it so that once somebody entered it, another one automatically respawned for the next person out there instead of having it on a timer. That should have been the solution instead of making it a scene. But
Hey, man. You know what? I got all kinds of solutions for things,
yeah, we do.
including a conversation about that NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar on nbnn.info that is currently crashed on my computer.
Crashed.
Yeah, Google
What did you
Google
do?
Calendar's server IP address could not be found, so I had to refresh it. But yes, that Google Public Calendar is hosted on nbnn.info. Just click on that calendar button, and you too can look at this aggregated mess of all the Google Public Calendars related to Shroud that guy knows about it.
All
Some
those
of them
calendars.
are 5-6 years old. As long as you've got
Update
a
your
Google Public
calendars,
Calendar,
or take them out of existence if you're not using them.
delete them. Yes, just delete your calendars. Yes. All times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia time.
Britannia.
Is it shower day? I'm sorry, it is 420, which is
It's 420
Laz's
day.
favorite holiday because he's going to be
Puff, pass.
he's just going to be puff 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 puff.
I was gonna say, in my case, it's just puff, 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 because there ain't nobody else here to pass it to. That's right.
He's going to pass it off to his other hand. Yes. But yes, don't forget, if you have a Google Public Calendar that is hooked up, update your fucking calendars, people. Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You should tune in your ether amplifiers to Wadio Radio Free Britannia. Listen to two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to. A little show called Lunch with us. And Buzzkill, I believe it is for Laz, as long as it's medicinal.
We have medicinal. We have shops. You can go get your little script and walk right into a shop down here. No big deal. We'll have recreational probably 2022 elections because we do it a little differently down here. Of course, again, you heard us a couple weeks back. New York just passed recreational because, of course, the governor needs something to save his ass. But down here, we do it all by voter referendum, and this way we put it into the Constitution as it is. we don't just pass a law. We put it in and we make it so you can't fuck with it down here. So.
I live in Texas, so
come to Nevada, we give it away. That sounds like a couple people I know out in the Midwest. They say they feed it to their horses because they have so much of it. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yep. Okay, so at 7 p.m. on WRFB is the 70s at 7, and that is followed at 10 p.m. by the Wekwood Room with Waz's Wed, where he covers some walk and wool history from 1946 to 1974. And that, what do you Midwesterners do? Well, Tina, you are a long-haired hippie, so I have no idea what you do. That's up to you. It's your personal choice, man.
Yeah, I've heard that some of the grow states out there, there's just such a glut of it that it starts going bad before they can actually sell it, smoke it, use it. So they use it to feed livestock and stuff. Slop the pigs, feed the horses, all that kind of shit. Even to the point of even throwing it out because, true. Yeah.
I mean, it is more fibrous than a tree, and it makes clothes and other shit. I don't know.
You can make everything from fuel to clothing with it. That's right. Not for nothing, but if you all read the
Yeah.
Constitution really closely, back then old George Washington made it a law that everybody had to grow 1 acre of hemp by law.
That was not in the Constitution.
I know it was a law, though. We interpret the news. Remember that. We misinterpret the news. But that's right,
Oh.
because you're watching Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News, catching us in replays on YouTube, on Twitch, on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And we do appreciate it no matter how you view, listen, watch, or just catch your latest Lunch with Laz and Jack show. If you do go out to YouTube or you do go out and Twitch and watch and replays, please hit those like buttons, follow buttons, subscribe, notify. You know what to do out there. And we do appreciate it because thanks to viewers like you, you've kept us here for 6+ years doing this 5 days a week. Longest running train wreck right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. And I love this shit. That's right. Give me those Doritos. Nom, 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 nom. The BMC wants you to check out Black Rock Cove for all your crafting goods in-game. If you're looking for guild pricing across the board, which means you'll pay the same price in all the guild vendors, then go check out BlackRock today. And if you're a like-minded miner type and you're looking for a guild, go apply to the guild at bmcguild.com. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7 around the clock, including us at 12s and 6s Mondays through Friday, and shroudmusic.com for your ABC file needs, and of course, shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable goods, including those Kodos out at shroudmarketplace.com. Jack's going to tell you all about it.
You mean that place at shroudmarketplace.com?
Happy 420!
And everything Shroud related from over 200 different players. That
200
are
independently owned and operated shops. That's right.
vendors. I mean, yeah, you can sell your items, you can buy your items, you can do all kinds of great stuff at shroudmarketplace.com. You do need to click on and register your account and then buy anything and everything. You know what? As long as it's not a bannable offense, you can buy it or sell it at Shroud Marketplace. If you want to start selling your stuff, you do need to click on vendor registration. And then, you know what? Be like several of the people around here, and myself and Laz and Caffeine and Mom and 200 other people who put stuff up for sale. And then we put
Sea of Silverdale hitting us up with 100 bits.
Oh, you know what that means? You hit the marbles.
I know, but we've only got 2.5 minutes left, and we don't have time for that, unfortunately.
Man. Sorry, man. Sorry, Z, a little bit late.
Z, give us a track number. We'll start tomorrow off with a game of marbles just for you.
If he remembers, because it's his favorite holiday. So, high likelihood that he won't remember anything.
Huh?
Because he does have CRS syndrome. Anything and everything, shroudmarketplace.com. Click on that registered account. Do all your stuff.
I do. 2 or 3 minutes, not bad. 5-6 minutes, bad.
For what?
Jesus, I thought you knew the owner.
For what?
NBNN to go overtime and not worry about it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it's that time for us to start heading out of here and closing giveaways. If I can ever find it.
If you can ever find it. Gotta say thanks to Bridge Troll, thanks to Waldo, and thanks to Z of Silverdale for those bits today. But yes, we're going to close out the final giveaways, the only giveaways today. We're going to pick ourselves a winner. And Mandelkoff. Congratulations.
I clicked the button I wasn't supposed to. Oopsies.
Oopsie. Hate when that happens.
Close giveaway, pick a wiener. And Mandelkoff, double win.
Double win for Mandelkoff. Yeah. Looking for a key here.
He's getting himself
copy of Master Spy Deluxe Edition on my side.
He's getting himself a copy of Autonauts. Autonauts.
And that's
$19.99 on Steam.
Master Spy on Steam Deluxe Edition, $14.99, $14.98.
Woohoo!
$14.99. Congratulations, Mandelkoff, on your win. And of course, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for tuning in. We do appreciate it. And of course, we'll be back with more tomorrow with the latest news, information, gossip, and wild, crazy shenanigans right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.